All right, so as we get into these, some of these are going to take a little bit longer just because there's a little more explanation time here. So bear with me on this one. I want to show you a couple of things at once here. So I want to show you the screen shade tool and the text boxing. So when I start here, I've got my text tool. I've got it. It's 20. It's great, blah, blah, blah. Here we go, and I'm going to start, and I want to make some directions. So I'm going to say, 1, find a partner. 2, get supplies from Mr. Reed-Swale. And you'll notice that as I'm writing here, each line um, makes the box look a little bit longer. And so what's going to happen is eventually I'm going to get a really long direction that's going to make the box want to go too long. And I'm going to show you how to fix that. So this will be kind of a longer direction. So each partner should take one post-it note. And do you see how now I'm running off the page? But watch, see this little bar here? If I go boop, that actually stops and starts to text wrap right there. Post-it note and mark your thinking on the page at the end of the chapter. 5, when you finish the book, take all your post-it notes and make them into a summary in your journal. Now, these are really complicated directions. And so a couple of things that I do to make life easier for kids is I alternate the colors. So I make each direction its own color, which is great for kids to see. So that's just an easy way, like they know, all right, when the blue direction's done, I go on to the next one. But the real problem here is that these directions are all, whoa, that green is really bright. These directions are all really complicated when you start thinking about what you're asking the kids to do here. And so, let's go and say we're going to add that to dictionary so I don't have to have my name. Thank you. And so what I'm going to do, I'm first going to, I'm going to get the move tool here, and I'm going to move this into the middle, and I'm going to lock it because I don't want it moving around. And then I'm going to use the screen shade tool. Now this is great. So I might want to do something like this. And here's my first 3 directions. So find a partner, get supplies, find a spot on the rug. Then I might say something like this. If you've gotten that spot on the rug, here's your next direction. And then I can go here and I've got that gone away. But I don't have to have all of those showing to a student at all the time. So it's a really great way where you might even want to like put a question up here and then maybe have a possible solution down here. But the kids don't need to see that. And you don't need to have them watching you go through and write out that possible solution. Just like it was boring watching me type the directions, sorry about that, it's boring for them to watch that. And so that's a really easy way to have things ready to go, just like you would on an anchor chart. And this is kind of like your post-it note on the anchor chart. You could have that. You can also do it with shapes too. So if you don't want to cover up everything, so I think um, so I think of it this way, where I can make a new thing, and let's say I have, text number 1, and then I've got text number 2, number 2, right? And so I might have 2, 3 different things here, and I could just have a shape, right? So I'm going to click this shape, this color, we'll do green because I like green. Um, and I'm going to put a box over it, and then I'm going to put a box over this. And so when I go, right, I can just move the box. I can move the box, and those things are already there. So there's a lot of ways to have different things on here, not always seen, and easy to move so that kids aren't watching you type and write and add in there. You can just have it done preset and have it ready for them to see afterwards. So that's using the shade tool and using it to make different charts and anchor charts and directions.